Glad to have you with us from Kroger Field in Lexington, Kentucky. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Georgia Bulldogs and the Kentucky Wildcats. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe, some interesting storylines setting up in this one.
Guys, Coach Kirby Smart told me, he said these kind of matchups are always fun when he's going against a former Nick Saban assistant. As you know, they have a pretty famous text chain of guys who came up under Coach. They have some similarities, but they have some differences. What I do know, it's always a good game when these guys match up. Back to you guys.
Holly, thank you. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Right back to it. There's some room. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
And man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
The whole point of running the quarterback on these designed runs is to get an extra blocker. You should be getting more movement up front, but that time, guys were getting knocked backwards, and as a result, they actually lost a yard.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He might want another play. The play action fake. Under fire. Finds his tight end. He'll be forced out of bounds. Let's mark it at the 48-yard line as this offense continues its work.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Coaches look at this stat every single football game. How do you execute on 3rd down? And a lot of times, man, it's about being in position and making plays, and that's exactly what he did. The right spot, breaking on the football, being physical, setting the tone in this football game.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end.
Booster! Freeze! Prowlers! Jet! Where did he go?
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Complete out of the backfield. They make the stop, but not before. He gets enough to convert on 4th down, and rolling the dice pays off. And the Wildcats have their offense in high gear. Maybe a double pass. Here's the pressure. Virtually unblocked, and he's stopped for a loss of 8.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
They've got some serious work to do to keep that last one from messing up this drive. 2nd and 19. Running inside, it's Baxter. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. And the Wildcats headed quickly to the line. Motion from the wideout.
Q. Chip. Right. Go.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
The option. Look out, he's got room. He'll be stopped at his own 23-yard line, but he's got enough to move the chains and pick up the 1st down.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch, man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Handoff for Frazier. And he'll be brought down.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
It'll be 3rd and long. Now on the option. Might have a chance. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. Offense trying to catch them napping. Looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Frazier. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. And the Bulldogs back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Unloads quickly. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Defense playing a bail technique. They'll give to Frazier. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and we are done in the 1st quarter. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the 2nd quarter. Tried to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line. Keep it on the ground. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
To the air, it's Stockton. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
And they did tack on the extra point. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard down 7-0. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes the grab on the left. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Quarterback making adjustments. Second down, they'll go to the air. Floating away. Makes the grab. It's Baxter. There's a crease. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. Kentucky going quickly.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
They'll run play action. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
That is a nice job by the defense in a sudden change type situation. The play before, you just gave up a big completion down the field. So you've got to try to stop the bleeding right away up front. Your pass rush comes through for you and you create a negative play.
They'll give it to Baxter. He locked up and held on to bring him down.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Release to the back. It's complete to the left. They would not let him get close. Stopped at the 26. It'll be fourth down.
Yeah, and that's one of those where you just look at the coverage. You look at down the field, taking...
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Might be calling a hot route. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. He's down immediately, but they convert on fourth down and keep the drive alive.
Hey, I gotta be honest, I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on fourth down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field and catches the defense off guard.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on first and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's second and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, looking for the score. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. It's third and goal and third and long. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw on third and goal. Going for 6. Touchdown, Kentucky! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Yeah, And the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he splits the uprights on the extra point.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
And the extra point was good. And that extra point was good, and we're all tied up here in the second. On the run from inside his own 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. They'll run the option. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Rushes on him. He makes the grab. There he goes. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. The Bulldogs using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. To the ground to try to move the chains. Maybe some room here. A huge play there, and he has them set up and in business at the 30.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Timeout on the field, and that's the second call by Georgia. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Finds his back in the middle. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Dogs!
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. He'll bring it out. It's Bryant. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. One more snap coming before halftime. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw on 1st down. He turns that loose down the right side. Makes the grab, gets the foot down. Just precision execution on that big play. That's going to do it here in the first half. Everybody stick with us. We'll head to halftime. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Powers through. He's running free down the middle. He's at the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Georgia! What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. That he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Kentucky right back to the line.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Well, giving away 5 on the false start certainly doesn't help anything. 2nd and long coming up. Wide receiver going in motion. He wants to change this route. To the air on 2nd down. Escapes the pressure to his right. Crosses the 35. Across the 35. Out of bounds at the 36. And a really good pickup as they're starting to move. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Rides the option, he keeps it. And he couldn't find any room to breathe. What a great job on the run fits by this defense. So now it's 2nd and long. They'll move the wide receiver.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
The run inside. It's Baxter. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
We've already seen the gifts he has, man. You've seen him dance. You've seen him rush, like really good speed. That's what we talked about coming to this football game, trying to get some negative plays. A better job by the defense there, being aggressive, getting to him, and getting the sack on that play.
The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. Off play action on first down. Got his man. Breaks into the open. Gives him the big stiff arm. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
And this defense, man, they've got to find some answers. They've already dug themselves a hole. They've given up some big plays. They're trailing in this football game, missing tackles. They've got to find some answers. They haven't had any for this offense so far.
Here comes the option. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football and trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier. Boy, they did it right there.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Here comes the Kentucky offense out onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. It's Rodriguez. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to adjust the pattern.
Hey, take it. Square. Ready, go.
To the air on first down. Got his man on the right. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
Well, that's not a bad 3 plays in a row, Palmer. You probably never did that in your life, but 3 plays, 3 completions. Like, he's seeing it very quickly. Good protection up front, finding his receivers, and that's 3 explosive plays in a row.
Looking to throw on first down. Flips it out to the back. Ball is loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
You've got to have better ball security on offense. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games. That loses games. And that is a bad play at a bad time.
He'll try to do it himself. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield.
And it's just a pick-your-poison thing for this defense. They decide to play man-to-man, really good coverage in the back end, taking away the pass, but then what happened? The quarterback sees it. Not only does he see it, everybody...
Wide open spaces. To the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players. And quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his 2nd touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Gets it to him on the screen. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Patterson. Defense makes a stand as the clock runs down to 0. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. We take just a minute to look at the stats as they are threatening to put this one away. Our final quarter is on deck, and it looks as if they are ready to go. So we open the final period with a third down play. Trying play action. Here comes the heat. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They're throwing for it on fourth down. He's down immediately, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Wants to throw on first down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Gonna look downfield again. Using his legs to buy some time. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Sends it back in motion. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires on the move. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing. We're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Ready. Blue 22. Blue 22. Go. Ready, go.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Gonna take a shot. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive, and this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the 4th quarter.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
That's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
On the option. Keeps it on the option. Finds some fresh air. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Throws to the tight end. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Pocket breaking down. And down he goes.
If I had told you that one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football was going to have less than 200 yards passing in this game, You might not have had that on your bingo card, but that's what's in fact happened. This defense has done an outstanding job getting pressure on him like they did right there, getting the sack.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is just running out of time. Like, they've just not put it together, trailing. I know they're in passing situations, but this defense, they don't have to be aggressive. They can sit back. Offensively, you got to put the gas to the floor.
Here's a little room there. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
There's just not a lot of great play calls, guys, for 3rd and California. So you hand it off, you try to get some of that yardage back, and see what happens next.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Makes the grab. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it.
Well, the quarterback got it to his receiver quickly and gave him an opportunity to make a few moves after the catch, but he's got to do a better job with ball security that time. That is a costly fumble.
Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Corners are going to bail. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
The Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Off the play fake. Finds his man. It's Frazier. Got room at the 35. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. That big play flipped the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Stepping to the right. Fires downfield. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Moving away from pressure. That's caught. It's Anderson. At the 40, there he goes. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Wildcats. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like, we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
Now the play fake. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by controlling this game.
And there's nothing like shutting up the home crowd. You love it. Nothing like having a big lead in the fourth quarter, Palmer, and not having to stress or worry.
Yeah, really impressive just seeing how they were able to take everything from the practice field this week and apply it to game day. They've been locked in all week with the game plan, running and throwing the football, man. This has been impressive.
Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
To the air, it's Stockton. And it's incomplete on third down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop?
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on fourth and long. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on fourth down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a double? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college that...
Looking deep down the right side. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
And here comes the offense on second down. I guess they're just trying to build up the stats. And a sack will be the final play of this one. Not a lot of drama in this one as they just get punched in the face and lose by double figures.
Not a lot of drama, but there is a lot to fix. On offense, on defense, on special teams. This team, David, they've got a lot to figure out.
Yeah, but you know what, Jesse? The coaches are going to be in a great mood. The bus rides, the plane rides, those will all be real fun. Practice this week, it's going to be a blast.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.